Hi guys, Megam is back. Last time with Mr. Anders demo update. I'm with you. There's been a lot of speculation about Mr. Panda's true identity, and Bully, as well as the monster's true motive. And there's no longer a long wait. The Devil Mender has appeared in full HD uncensored. It just came out a few days ago. Of course, I love the game. I have to analyze for you, with 4 ending, as well as countless secrets for us to discover. Did you Mender full venture? It's the origin of the Ellie Sheep on his real General Mender. Whether this girl was an innocent virtual character, or from the beginning, it was a cruel demon pretending to be an innocent little girl. And can we destroy this demon and release its victims? All will be answered in today's video. My game, including all the endings of the game. You should know that to make this video, I use my soul to seduce the devil in Mender. I was sucked inside the game. You have to find 4 endings to get out. I need the help of all my friends. Just press the subscribe button, guys. Please press the subscribe button. Save Megam free me from this game with. When the press is done, let's go to the video. I just got into the game and got a letter from my aunt. It seems to have just been lost. This is a goodbye letter that you left for the main character. His name is Riley. We finally know the character's name. I control all parts of the game. My name is Riley Brothers. Let's see what the letter is. Dear Riley, if you read this letter, it means I'll never see you again. If so, in the next life, I wish I could tell you everything. But you don't know how long you'll live, and you've got a lot of work to do before you die. The purpose of this letter is to say goodbye to you. Give me your house in the Kensdale. The second goal is probably wrong. If anything happens, God forgive you. After you move in, there's something in the attic. I want to give it back to you. Let's find a tape. But remember that, if you've seen the tape, there's no turning back. Be careful. I love you, Kate. You'll start the game in the attic. There's a lot of cool stuff for you to explore up here. However, there's nothing you can do at the moment. Watch out in this new section. Spectral amends. It's not a normal scary game. It's going to add an element of puzzle. Guys, the first tape you're going to discover, name is Interkidian. The content of the tape is a Mender's baking lesson, specifically as follows. In this section you have noticed Mender didn't even look at Yuli. But as soon as the sheep said he liked not apple pie as Mender chooses, then she turned to stare at Yuli. It's not like I'm warning you that next time you say something bad, you will. So, the Mender decided to confirm again. She wants to bake apple pie today. The answer, of course, but if you are stubborn, is the knife. Don't put the word knife in. Mender will ignore you. I added a knife to help you. This detail is exactly in line with dominant control nature of Mender, as previous versions of the game showed. It shows Menders only care about their own stories. What you want is for it to happen, no matter who watches the Yuli sheep, and she won't accept it. What happens against her will? There's another reason why sheep don't eat apple pie. Because in the previous version, sheep revealed that he was allergic to apples. If you go back to the game, choose the knife, you'll see a knife dance of Mender. Be careful not to do this at home. It's very dangerous to break your arm like a game. As for Uli, the sheep found in Mender holding a knife. It also shows its face. Yuli maybe. He knows the evil nature of the devil. I saw him holding another knife. Scared of Blueface. That's right. Something more dangerous than a knife. A Mender received. When I saw Yuli's reticence, I was upset. Why do you always talk about what I do? So I'm in full control here, and you're supposed to obey. Images in the game start having noise. Then suddenly we move on to the apple is cut, and a Mender is asking us to find the material next to make cake. The road must be on the shelves. But if you deliberately challenge the amender, just choosing the wrong place, then the amender will start to get upset. Frown, and it's going to make all the wrong answers disappear. Right now, you can only choose one shelf. Yuli is now expressing concern. It's not safe to use the oven on your own. Of course, Amender continued to be annoyed and continued to seduce players. To take stupid actions. Amender really only cares about her schemes and ignore the safety of the viewer. Let's see how it bakes. And that's also the end of the internet. So where's the next tape? Really? The next tape requires you to complete this baking mini game is unlocked. Remember the instructions for baking apple pie. Did Ender say that earlier? First need to pre-oven at 425 degrees. Next, put the apple in the cake. And finally, it's in the oven and baked for 40 minutes. A tape that came out of nowhere from inside the oven. The title of the tape is NNA and Who. This is a brand new tape. It takes place on a small street with 3 shops. First is convenience store, next is the bakery, and finally the post office. What you find strange is how the tape is in your neighborhood. It's not in my neighborhood. This color is an amender. It's about to get out into the real world. If you look closely at the sidewalk, you'll see a black figure. It feels like this young man is leaving only a black scorch. So let's see what Amender asks us to do this time. Of course, this goes to the convenience store. But if you refuse to choose the store, then Harmander will make the bakery post office closed. And now, you can only choose a convenience store. Next is Mender. I need to buy a cake for her friend. You have to go to the cake shop if you choose the cake. In general, nothing special happens. You have to choose the wrong one to have fun. Thus, the expression of Mender will be unpleasant. The tape will be jammed. Rewind back to the convenience store scene, and Mender would say, Megam, I was quite surprised. Mender's expression when he is extremely exhausting. It's like she doesn't want to do it anymore. Is that right? His cruel deeds, Mender. It's because she was forced. In the bakery, Amender will ask us to buy cookies of her friend. If you go for a cap cut or an ice cream, then Amender's gonna go crazy. He was very angry. But then the screen gets noisy and she's back to normal. It's like nothing ever happened. She's trying to hide her true self. You can choose the biscuits. We need to bring it to the post office friend of Mender. Send it to you. She wants us to fill in the recipient's name. And it turns out the person Mender wants us to send is Kate, the one you lost at the beginning of the game. The game has a lot of endings. It depends on the next video you're going to see. Want to unlock them. You need to solve the puzzle contained in the items in the attic. The first, let me show you the best ending of Comet Dogs. Fantastic. Then you have to enter the letters in bold on the shop signs of the previous tape. Buy the keys of this toy, that's C, B, and F. The tape you opened is called Oh No. It was an accident. The first image you see when you put the tape in, the ULI sheep are panicking, glad to see Riley. But Yuli couldn't say anything. Then the minder appeared. Stop the sheep's plan. Uli is now bleeding from his knee. Mender said it was an accident. It's not AI's fault. But Megam, I know that Uli's injury was caused by her, so that Uli can't disclose the plot of Mender 7. We need to get Muley to the hospital for an emergency. Injuries to the knee? Of course not. Into the dental or cardiovascular trauma. Guys, there is no doctor inside, and you need to choose the x-ray machine in the middle. Take a picture of whether Muley had a broken bone. And the tape that came here closed. I don't know if you noticed, but in this tape, Appearance BA watches with different hours. That's the answer to the puzzle. To unlock the next tape, it was 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 22:50. There are also 3 clocks upstairs, and it's your job to set the time for them. Just like in the tape, the clock will finally stop at 5:15. You need to find the clock on the board, attach it to this big watch, and set it to 5:15. So you've opened the next tape. It has a very cold name. Everything is rotten. Opening tape with a picnic of Mender and Yuli. It's interrupted when you both smell a really bad smell. It came from a moldy sandwich. Don't understand. These two went on a picnic and brought moldy bread. However, the bread is not the only thing. The stink of this tree has also rotted. And the scariest thing is a dead fox. This is a tape from a young program suddenly turned into a horror movie 18+. Mr. Mender asked us, what caused the fox to die? Stabbed, shot, or eaten poison? You need to choose the lone bush. And now, Mr. Mender's lines will get more and more strange. Even if you say yes or no now, there is only one end waiting for you. A mender led you to where the monster was, to feed in from under the door, tossing up a skinny creature with a pale skin and sharp teeth, and it's coming straight to your head. This is his best ending under Mender. What do we need to do to avoid the ending? Do you remember? In the ending before the clock opens, let's get the tape on the door. There's a series of numbers. That's the password to the safe. There's a stop button inside that's been removed and write it on top of the tape. It makes it possible for you to stop whenever you like. The only thing left is a piece of paper used to decode characters into different colors. And if you press stop the interkitten tape, then Mender and Yuli's apple pie will burn. Leave it in the oven for too long. And game, I will teach you to cook another meal with an oven. That's meatloaf. The material to use is potatoes, mushrooms, and meat. Then you have to use a mousetrap to catch the mushroom is the mold that grows upstairs. You need to plant them. And what you open up is a tape and an egg suck. But the contents of the tape are completely different. The cake shop is no more. Instead, it's the butcher shops and a Turtle Mender wants us to buy candy to send to a friend. But the tape doesn't allow it. That's against the Mender's arrangement. And there's nothing she can do to stop this. And she was forced to go into the butcher shop. And when we choose to buy meat, she went crazy and destroyed the entire neighborhood. Ruined. And finally, the person that Mender wants to give gifts to today is the sheep's birthday. In tape roll, you'll unlock a coloring book. Your task is to color the store, except for the post office, or you'll have to start over. And the last page of the book, suggesting that Riley had to cut off his head, and this scrawled cap. It turned out to be the password to unlock this red box. There's a new tape inside that says what the family is. This tape is an episode, Mender and Uli visit the zoo. However, the content of the tape is constantly interrupted, like a tornado and a storm. Every time like that, you've got to stop the tape and run to this toy, lever. And when the calamity shows up on the screen, when you press the lever, it's flooding. You'll unlock everything is rotten. Before the family tape is over, a Mender will ask you to pick him up, this lonely cat to raise. And when you turn on the tape, everything rots. The cat appeared in the video. It's trapped in a trap. How to cure the fox that died before. A Mender will ask Riley to rescue the cat. If you choose, you will unlock the ending. Next, the tape ends. The attic door is open. I'm getting out of here. But a white light flashed. When you wake up, Riley realized he was inside the store. Me before, and when looking down, you realize that my lower body is completely gone. You've become a meat dish inside the store. Looks like I just unlocked the best. It's safer, guys. Where is my good ending now? Turns out you have to follow the instructions. It's to use scissors to cut inside as a battery that you can use to attach to this robot. Next, you need to get the tape. It's like Number Hut by baking apple pie in the convenience store. There will be a winning number in the game. Lottery jackpot. Enter the winning number into the robot and go back and watch the tape is over. A cake will appear on the table, and the cake must have candles. You have to enter the number listed on the card. The robot. The candle is number 1. The robot will teach you to open the oven at 325 within 30 minutes. Follow the instructions. You'll get the first candle. It comes with another card. Now we have the candles. So the candle in the card is equivalent to number 1 anymore. Brothers and sisters. And we'll get a sequence of 8 BA years 161. Put it in the robot. It'll give you a sequence of letters. You have to play the toy keys. According to these characters, the melody of Happy Birthday will ring and you'll get the last candle. When you put 3 candles on the cake will collapse and reveal the ice. No. It was an accident, even though there was no injury to the knee. But the Mender kept nagging. I want you to go to the hospital for a checkup. The sheep is crazy. She gave Yuli an anesthetic and take the sheep straight to the hospital floor covered in blood. Yuli's on the operating table. She's going to have brain surgery. And no matter what, you can't stop her from mutilating the meat. In tape roll, there's another tape on the table with the title crossed out, but I can read. Are Riley's favorite movies. There is no movie in there. It's just flashes of episodes. A friend first. And after this tape is over, then there's another mysterious tape. It's on the floor, and it's titled Summer. A 984. Content continues. Are the flashing images of the episodes just the friend tour first, but this time, and then you get stuck in these very strange questions. How many plastic chairs? How many fruits are there? How many light bulbs? And after a long search, I looked around. Answers to 862. That's the password to this lock. There's a bucket of water and a tape inside. In this video, you don't have to open it to see if you can open the ending. What we need to do is put a bucket of water in this leaking place. When the water is full, the brothers brought buckets of water to the robot and a key hidden inside his head. You use this key to open the ocean, and inside is the last tape. It's a name we can share. The Yuli sheep are dead, so we don't see it in the title anymore. Right now, Amender would call herself Riley's best friend. If you are best friends, you can share everything. From crayons, food, toys. But the most important thing is the secret. Amender wants to share a secret with us. If she agrees, she reveals that somewhere she's been able to get outside. TVI. Suddenly the rams can heard a jump. It's like Mender's about to smash the screen and get out. There's a brick on the floor. Brothers take it up. A TV burst always makes it explode. Nothing happens. The game ends in the morning. Oh, by the way, the devil is just getting rid of you. We've done something useless. Oh my game. If we had been zero. If you want to share your secrets, I think it's another ending. Guys, if you choose not to, Amender will show 7 hopes. He thought we were his best friends. And the tape ends right here. Look around the attic. Everything up here is gone. Just a piece of blood. With the words, "Get out of here. Just tell me to go." The game is over. Maybe.